Hello, my name is Jacob, and in these next few short videos that you guys are about to see, I have included some tips and tricks of mine that I use if I ever feel like I'm developing any tension up in my neck, my back, or my arms, whether that be from sitting in a chair all day, if I have, poor posture, I'm slouching over, whatever it may be, just some tips and tricks of mine that I have that can help, stretch out and help alleviate that tension. And also, if you ever, are just feeling stressed and you just need a way to calm yourself down, I've also included some meditation techniques that I use. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So the first pose that I'm going to be showing you guys today is called the seated mountain pose. The sole purpose of this pose is to improve your posture while you are sitting down. So a lot of people who work a desk job all day and typing at a keyboard experience lower back pain, and they don't know what's causing it. A lot of time this can be attributed to the fact that when they're sitting down all day, they're not sitting down with the proper posture. And so to do this pose, you can just be sitting at your chair. I'm sitting at my desk right now. And so to do this pose, you want to, first off, you want to make sure that your knees and your feet are in line with each other. So what I mean when I say that is, if you were to draw a straight line down from your knee down to your heel, those would be in a perfectly straight line. Then you kind of want to wiggle around a little bit and get to where you're sitting up nice and tall. Your back is nice and straight. Then after that, you are going to extend both your arms out in front of you. And then you are going to slowly start to bring them in. Try and keep your arms as close to your body as you can. And as you do this, your chest is going to start to pop out. So you don't want to do it to where your chest is overextending. Just do it to a nice, happy medium. And as you do this, you should feel some muscles in your back starting to fire. These are your rhomboids. So your rhomboids' purpose is to retract your scapula. And that is a very important thing for a good posture. And so this pose is really good for that purpose. It's good in two reasons. One, it's training your mind, it's just training your brain how to activate those rhomboids. And if you have really weak rhomboids, even doing a simple task like this can help strengthen those and help you get to sitting down with good posture. I personally was doing this pose before I even knew it was a thing. One of the classes I took, they were talking about posture, and I noticed that every time I was sitting down, I was slouching a lot, and I was actually experiencing low back pain. And then I actually started doing this by myself, and it helped immensely. It helped strengthen those rhomboids, and it helped develop that neurological connection to help activate them. So, like I said, stand nice and tall, your heel and your knee in line, in a straight line. Extend your arms out in front of you, bring them close, and just repeat that for a few reps, and your posture will improve. So the next pose that I'm going to show you guys is called the seated bird pose. There are a few very different variations to this, but I like this pose the best because it's all inclusive. Everybody can do it. So just like the last pose that we did, you're going to be sitting down, your knees and your heels are going to be in line with each other. So if you were to draw a straight line down from your knee to your ground, it'd be intersected by your heel. They're all in a straight line together. You're going to be wanting to be sitting up, nice and straight, your back being nice and straight, making sure that you're retracting those rhomboids, retracting those shoulder blades back, down and back, and being in a good posture. Then you're going to bring your elbows up. You're going to supinate your hands or open your palms up towards the ceiling. And it's also important that when you do this, your elbows are as close to your body as it can be. So bring your elbows up, supinate those forearms, keep your elbows close to your body. Then you're just going to retract your scapula back. And when you do that, you should feel a nice big stretch right here, all through your middle trap, all through your back. So elbows up, supinate those forearms, elbows touching your side, and retract those shoulder blades back. Feel a nice stretch all throughout your back. This next stretch is going to help alleviate any tension that you have in your neck. So this next stretch that I'm going to give you will help stretch out your upper trap. Your traps are this big muscle right here, And if you have tension in them, it can very easily lead to neck pain. So it's important that you stretch it out. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one hand and put it behind your back. You're not going to put it up at the very top of your back or the very low, just right in the middle. Then you're going to take your other hand and put it on your head. So depending which side you're going to want to stretch. So I want to stretch my left upper trap. So I'm going to position my hand slightly on the left side of my head. And it's also important that when you're doing this, you want to be sitting up nice and tall, have those shoulders down and back, have a good posture while you're doing this. So put my hand slightly on the left side of my head, and I'm going to pull my head down as far as I possibly can, basically trying to touch my ear to my shoulder. And when you do this, you'll feel a nice big stretch going all throughout this upper trap. So when you do this, when you're stretching it, you want to hold it for about 30 seconds, and then you want to do this for about 3 to 5 reps. Then after you're done with this side, always make sure to do the other side. So other hand behind the back, and then stretch out, and then stretch this side out. Again, for 30 seconds and about 3 to 5 reps, and that will get any tension that you have in this upper trap. It'll help with it immensely. This next stretch that I'm going to show you is going to be for your sternocleidomastoid. Your sternocleidomastoid is this big muscle that runs through your neck. When I turn my head, you can see it popping out right here. So if you have any tension in this muscle, like with any other muscle, it can help. It could lead to some pain down the road. So in this muscle, it could lead to some neck pain later down the road if you don't take care of it. And so to stretch this muscle, first off, like with every other stretch, you're going to want to make sure that you're standing, or that you're sitting nice and tall, nice straight back, the shoulders are down and back, activating those rhomboids, being in a nice good posture. You're going to put your hand on top of your head, and you're going to pull your head down to one side, basically trying to touch your ear down to your shoulder. Then when you get to this point, you're going to pull your head backwards, like you're looking at the ceiling. You should feel this stretch going all throughout this area, right here. And then when you're doing that, you just want to hold it for about 30 seconds, do it about 3 to 5 times, then you're going to switch sides. So then do the other side, you're down to the shoulder, pull the head back, and stretch out that sternocleidomastoid. So the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is a little meditation technique. Now this little meditation technique really just focuses on your breathing. And so if you're really stressed out or whatever it may be, just something as little as just really focusing on your breathing for a little time period can really have a profound impact on you. So when you're doing this, like with everything else, you want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall with that nice posture. And so what you're going to do is you are going to empty your lungs out of all the air you have. Then after you do that, you're going to slowly inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. Then after that, you're going to hold your breath for around 7 seconds. After those 7 seconds have passed, you are going to slowly exhale out of your mouth, almost as if you're trying to make like a little whoosh sound. And you're going to do that for about 8 seconds. So start from the top. Completely empty out your lungs. Then you're going to slowly inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. So then you're going to hold your breath for about 7. After 7 seconds, and then you would just repeat that over and over again until you feel relaxed again. So even something as simple as this can really have a big impact on helping lowering stress levels. So there you go, guys. Those are just some tips and tricks of mine that I have to help alleviate any neck, back, arm, or any arm tension or pain that you guys may be having. The biggest takeaway that I want you guys to take away from this video is that posture is extremely important. Like I said when I was demonstrating the seated mountain pose to you guys, I used to have a lot of lower back pain back when I was younger, and I was like, why am I experiencing this low back pain? I'm only like 20 years old. I am way too young for this to be happening to me. And it was because I was sitting and even walking around with improper posture. And so once I finally fixed that, once I strengthen those back muscles, once I develop that neurological connection, like, hey, this is how I should be sitting, my back pain just, it vanished. And so, and that's really important for some of you that might have a desk job and you have to be sitting at a computer and typing all day. It's really important that you are sitting with a proper posture, because if you have any back pain or any back tension, I promise you it will get better. And then even just a little meditation technique that I showed you, where it's just a little breathing technique, you would be amazed at what even that can help in releasing your stress. It just calms you down and just brings you back down to a level-headed place. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you learned something and are able to take something